Hey Blackstar, so I wanted to talk to you about, well, let's fill out the idea that I talked with you about yesterday, the idea of a super metabolism. Now, how do you supercharge your metabolism? Now, obviously, in the comic books, what you're looking at, I mean, especially in somebody like Captain America's case, Steve Rogers' case, you're looking at more or less the paradigm of, supercharged steroids. Um, obviously dealing with some, radiation type therapy and magic and shit too. But if you don't want to go down the route of medical chemicals, hormone therapy and all that, which is up to you. I don't really believe it's immoral, but it is a risk-reward scenario and it's something you're going to have to consider. And you're going to have to weigh the consequences of whether or not you think it's a good thing to do. If you're an active warrior, if you are not a sporting competitor, I think it's a good thing. If you're a sporting competitor, either everybody gets in on it or nobody gets in on it, just because the whole idea of sports and competition is to say all things equal, whose skills come out on top. So shying away from that, how do you supercharge your metabolism? Well, it's really just an easy combination of a couple of things. First and foremost, eat foods that work with your physiology. Now, you can call it paleo, you can call it evolutionary, you can call it this, you can call it that. I don't care what buzzword you use. The idea is that you eat foods that, one, don't promote inflammation. You eat foods that promote hormone production, positive hormone production. You eat foods that will enhance your muscle growth, i.e. building block material, protein, fat, cholesterol. Things we're meant to eat. We are adapted to eat these things. You eat the things that are essential to eat. You don't leave any gaps in your diet. Now, how can you say you don't leave any gaps in your diet? You do the best you can with it. Eat a large variety of things, and just stay up on the current research. We're learning new stuff every day. So number one is diet. Eat something that's going to promote that kind of metabolism. Because you know what? If your systems are working right, you will heal better, you will gain mass better, you will have better energy, and you will overall just perform better. So that's number one. Now number two is going to be getting the appropriate amount of rest and recovery. Rest and recovery is extremely important. The reason I put this before exercise is because this involves sleep as well, and if you're not sleeping well, you are not, that's the foundation of your rest and recovery, and if you're not sleeping well, the rest of it's not going to do a whole lot either. Now you have to understand also though, you're going to have to be doing mobility work, some stretching. Understand, I don't mean passive stretching, I mean dynamic stretching, full mobility work, dynamic, I think I said dynamic already. But the point is, you're going to have to do a lot of rest and recovery type stuff to make sure that your systems are not in an overstressed state. You always have to be able to mitigate stress. Now the final piece of the puzzle is, of course, applying stress in appropriate doses. How do you apply stress in appropriate doses? You set up a training routine and you do so in a way that minimizes the chaos factors so that you can build up the appropriate movement and skill patterns that you need to develop a foundation. And then you can start, once you have that foundation, then you can start playing around with less stable, less conventional ideas. And of course, train the way you're meant to. Our bodies are very, very well adapted for intervals. We're adapted for intervals of eating, we're adapted for intervals of sleeping, we are adapted for intervals of training. We are really not very well adapted for long, long spans of activity. It just takes too much of a stressful toll on us and you reach a point of diminishing returns rather rapidly. So, large bolus of intensity and then take a break. Do your mobility work, get your rest, fuel up. that's how you supercharge your metabolism. I mean, this is what you see a lot of the top CrossFit guys doing. A lot of them, their diets are shitty, but some of them, their diets are really fucking amazing, and they're not necessarily strictly paleo. You look at people that train with world-class trainers like Charles Poliquin, more or less an evolutionary-based diet adapted specifically for their activity and the academically, logically measured risk and reward when stepping outside of the evolutionary measures. You look at people like this and you go, well, okay, they've got these pieces down. Why are they able to go above and beyond what normal people are able to do? It's not that they're doing anything special, it's the fact that they've got these pieces down. Whether they do it consciously or not is another matter, but that is how you supercharge your metabolism and get yourself into a mode where you will be on top of it, and you get yourself closer to that superhero, Captain America, super soldier type paradigm. That's all I got for you. Talk to you guys later. Good journey.